It's somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's just this. This is my favorite pedal. I've used it on everything that's ever been made. Okay.
So just like pretend like you're picking it up again.
I got a pedal. It's a PS5, but it's not the PS5 that we're used to. It's a Boss PS5.
Can you play all of the PS4 games on this? Or?
This one is compatible for only PS5. No, it's great.
So what actually is it though?
So it's a pitch shifter. I used to use it for dive bombs, especially at the very end of phrases. Mm-hmm. It was just like a nice way, like do 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 bow.
Ooh.
And like I started doing it with just 2 octaves, so they'd be like playing like.
Okay, that's sick.
That's so crazy.
How many octaves is it? 2?
Just
2
2.
is the max. Okay.
2, which is kind of cool. Like that.
That's all you really need. It sounds like Super Mario.
It's really crazy, and like if you go in these high octaves, it's not an OC2, but it does have this like.
And through a sub, I bet that's everything. Ooh,
and
wow.
But here's where this got different though for me is I can use only an octave down, like just like. And it's not quite an OC2, but it has this like really thuggy, like
it's really cool.
Sludgish. That
it's reminding me of this thing. Like vintage. Like it sounds like a vintage mode.
And the crazy thing is like, so this is where it led me. It's like, if it sounds like that, why can't I use little ideas like the pitch wheel? So like I'll do it where
it's basically a pitch wheel pedal.
It's a pitch wheel, but like where it becomes like musical, for me personally, and why I can't live without it, just this aspect of the pedal is hitting it before you play a note, so you can get that like the old flashlight stuff, like the old P-Funk and Falcon.
Parliament.
So like that. Like,
yeah. That's so cool. It's musical. Weird. It's musical because it's like I really like pedals like that where it's like it's a part of the performance. It's not just like, okay, I got my tone set now and now I'll play the song. It's like it's like you're adding an element to the performance is how you're hitting it. That's really cool.
And you're really good at this too. It's like trying to find things that like connect to your hands. Like for instance, like this is even crazy for it goes 2 octaves up too. Like you can make it like a pog, but it's like a little bit more like. I'm never gonna use it for that, but it's fun.
Yeah, you go to bass jail for that.
Yeah, I'm in bass jail right now. But the crazy thing is, it's not like an OC2 where it's like taking and tracking a note. Mm-hmm. It's just taking an audio file and moving it. So the tracking's different.
Yeah.
So you can get these like.
Oh, cool.
I mean, it has a little bit of wigging out, but it's like you can get away with it. If it's already gonna sound weird, it's like might as well like that. And then the other function I have for this that I use all the time is a flutter thing. Cool. So you can get this like.
This is tripping me out because it's so similar to my it sounds like my Moog.
I know. And you can get it to dive bomb pretty hard.
Do they still make this? Is this like in production or is this like a whole thing?
No.
They don't make it?
No. They have the Harmonist, which is not the
PS6.
same. Yeah, and it's not the same. It does cool things, but it loses a little bit of that thing.
So basically the magic sauce that you're sharing with the world, people have to buy used, and now we're gonna drive up to used prices.
Ruin it.
It's a used one for $98 on Reverb. That's not bad.
It's not bad. Let's see where it goes. Oh no! I'm excited. I don't mind, dude. I think it's just such a cool thing. And
I want one.
And I knew you would. When my buddy Zach told me about this, I was just like, "Oh, this is cool." It's not an OC2, but it's cool.
Yeah.
And also, like, who cares? Like, it's got a vibe. Some of my music I've been working on has been like.
Yeah. So speaking of your music. How can people find you?
I have 2 new songs coming out pretty soon, but I have 2 songs on Spotify under Trygve. You wouldn't believe it. No one took it. It's
how do you spell your name, by the way?
It's Trygve.
You should definitely follow Trygve because he's awesome. He's a great bass player.
I have fun.
Trygve is like a pro touring bass player.
We are both pro touring for the same bands.
I basically told Trygve, bring 5 things to my house.
Okay.
Don't tell me what they are.
Okay.
And now we're just gonna see what Trygve brought. I think it's gonna be fun.
It's very funny. I walked in the room and I was like, "Is this my bass?" It's kind of cool. Yours is really pretty. Holy cow! What in the world?
So when did you get this thing?
So it's my first vintage instrument I ever got.
It feels great.
It's insane. It's insane.
I want you to play it. It sounds so good. You're the master of the bass face, by the way. Like you've perfected it in its ultimate form.
I've tried so many times not to do it.
No, don't fight it. Don't fight it.
It sounds
don't
like
fight the bass face.
It sounds so bad without it.
This bass sounds incredible.
It's the best. I can't not play it. It's so good.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
The neck is, wow. Oh my gosh.
It's so wild.
That's from 1,000 notes.
It's 1,000 notes.
Hundreds of thousands.
It's funny because one of Sam's biggest songs is called
The Honeybees?
The Honeybees.
Yeah, because
it's in
you
F
play
sharp.
that. Yeah.
And so I'm always I'm just keeping up the facade.
I filled in for Trygve a few weeks ago on the Sam gig. Sam's an amazing artist, but I know that song because I had to play that song, and it's awesome. And I know, so it's like you're just adding another layer of.
It's the 70s. It's a really weird situation. It's a Franken bass, different years. This is the lightest of those years.
Okay.
This is the lightest of those years.
Lightest,
so just
weight-wise? Or?
Weight-wise,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's late 70s, early 70s.
Okay. My take on 70s Fenders is they're some of them are magical and some of them are just dogs.
It's it's true.
It can just because something's old doesn't mean it's good, especially in the 70s.
Yeah.
And this is one where I feel like the stars aligned on it.
For me, for sure. And the guy who gave it to me is he did some stuff with Frank Ocean. Mm-hmm. He was actually doing something between Sean Hurley and Pino when he came back. He did some stuff with John Mayer. Foster the People. He played for them. And so I randomly got it.
So is this the pumped up kick space?
I don't know. I don't know.
But it could be.
It could be. Hey, allegedly this is the Foster the People bass. I don't know. I know that he played on all of it. I'll send you
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It's so cool.
Why don't you grab mine?
Okay, cool.
And then you can. This will be fun because I've played
yours. Feels amazing.
I played your bass, and you can play my bass. Here, check it out.
Okay. Wow, this is real friendship. I love it. Whoa, this thing is nasty. I like the rounds on it.
Yeah, well, it's for recording. It's so good, man.
This is one of the best sounding genuinely round basses.
Specifically these are the string joys, the nickel string joys on this.
Really?
Yes, they're really good.
And it just changed me then.
It just sits in the mix, man. It sits in the mix.
This is unbelievable, dude.
Dude, and would you believe I got that for...
No, don't even say it. Don't even say it.
Okay, I won't.
No.
This was Robbie's bass. I bought it from him when he moved out to LA.
Yeah.
It's a Nash. It's a 2009 Nash. Nash, the older Nashes are my favorite ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's a growly boy.
Woo!
Dude, you sound great on it.
I can't believe that it's got so much barrel. So that bass, this bass, came with half rounds.
Okay.
Rounds, sorry. Half rounds. I'm on my second day back from tour. I'm tour brained out. So they came with them and I loved them. And I was like, that's interesting. He swore by it. The guy who gave it to me was like, dude, half rounds are everything to me. And this was 10 years ago. So I was like,
people don't know, man.
It really is a cool mixture if you want to do a flat wound sound, but you have to play through a system. Mm-hmm. I call it. It's because it has the dirt that this thing has that but it's got more of the.
Mm-hmm. It's a great hybrid.
Yeah,
it's
so crazy you brought that up.
Yeah,
I was I literally have a pack of them, and I was like, I gotta tell you about this.
Yeah, they're people forget about them, and what I like about them is the texture, the feel of them.
Yeah,
feels like flats.
Yeah,
because I love that. I love the way flats feel. I like that smooth.
Yeah,
thing. I feel like I play better because of the texture.
You'll laugh about How old do you think those strings are?
I don't know.
They're brand new, baby.
Really?
Yeah, Vaseline.
Yep.
The Vaseline trick.
Vaseline
I learned
trick.
that from you.
The funk is in the gunk, man.
It's in the gong, dude. And those tape wounds are cool too, man. I'm like watching the get back stuff. I'm sure that you were like kind of like, oh, okay, that's I guess that's like,
dude. That if you haven't seen the Get Back documentary,
it's good.
take the 10 hours or whatever it is to watch it because it's worth it. It's amazing.
You don't have anything to do. Get watching. Anything you say, Phil. I believe whatever. If you told me the world was flat, I believe it.
Flat wound?
Flat wound Earth, dude,
or half wound.
Half wound.
The world
Earth.
is half wound.
Half wound. It's so stupid. I love it.
This is really dumb.
So I'm obsessed with Hollowbodies.
Yeah.
I love Hollowbodies.
Mm-hmm.
This will actually translate really well because I have my favorite Hollowbody in the world in that bag.
Uh-oh. Well, and this is a semi-hollow too.
Oh, it's semi?
Yeah, it's semi.
That's the SVT.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. Is it gets these, you can punch out these over the harmonics, like to get that.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you dig, I mean,
yeah, it's. I think that's why I like the Super Vintage so much. Is it's so good at the in between.
Yeah.
That's what's hard.
Yeah.
It's harder to do the in between. It's that edge of breakup where it's like if you play soft, it sounds clean, but then when you dig in, you start to hear it like.
Yeah.
It's like on it. The little claws on the cat coming out of the paws. It's that,
but so,
sonically.
And it's so delicate in what it is. Like it's never like in your face. It's not an overdrive pedal. It's not a distortion. It
can get dirty, but it's that's what I really like about Super Vintage is that it's that in between zone.
It does really well with it too.
Okay, here's what I think we should do.
Okay, give it to me.
Play a groove, a simple groove, and just keep doing it.
Okay.
And we'll listen to it. Okay. And then I'll unplug this, and you just keep playing, and then we'll plug it in, and then the people can hear the difference.
I love it.
Wow. Okay. So I'm going to bring the drive down because this is driving a lot more. There we go. Woo! There's that basement sound. I had to tweak it a little bit. It's not the same. I might go to this. There.
I like it.
I like it too.
I like it a lot.
I might have to leave this on for now.
It does something. Okay, so like the low end is different.
Yeah, well, okay, so
it's so much tighter.
What's wild is when I plugged it in with pretty much the same everything.
Yeah.
It was totally different. So I was
driving too.
It was driving a lot more.
Oddly.
So you can't just take these settings and put them on here.
Yeah.
But I feel like where it landed is kind of nice.
It's beautiful. It's very musical. That. And I love it.
Well, and I think like it's a testament to the folks at Origin Effects because it's like
baby,
they did a really nice job of like it's not which one of these is better. It's do you like a Bassman or a SVT better?
And that was always the idea. Is like when these were coming out, I felt like a lot of people were going like, "This one's better," and it's like, dude, for who? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's so silly because it's like the goal isn't to make the best one.
Yeah,
the goal is to make two great ones, and then based off of what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish, that's what's going to determine what the best one for you is.
And I'll have a hot take. I'll just say it. I don't care. This is me. This isn't Phil. But like the Noble, I love the Noble. Don't get me wrong, but I love the fact that this gives you like a clean idea, and it's cheaper. It's just so much cheaper. It's a clean idea, and you can also drive it. Like it's just options. And I'm not cruding on Noble. I love Nobles.
We use Soldiers, right?
It's gone. But I love it. I do love it.
I've never owned one. I've just borrowed one.
They're great. But I think it's a falsity to think that if you don't have that, you can't make unreal sounds. And I don't mean just good. Unreal. Like good sounds. And that does it, man. It's great.
Yeah, and I like how small it is. I like how robust it is. Like I toured a lot with this in the last year. And I've gone overseas with it. And actually, you know what? Here's here's a perfect example of why I like this so much.
Mm-hmm.
I was over in the Netherlands with the artist Roofman. It's like an indie rock band.
I remember this. Okay,
I love that band, and we had a thing where it was like a last minute like, oh, we have a radio gig. So it was a live broadcast radio gig, which I don't do a ton of radio stuff.
I did one recently and was like,
I
use this.
Exactly, because we went in and there was like, it was a pro setup and everything, but it was like there was a mixing board and we had to set up fast and there were no amps in the room. If I had just come in with my bass and plugged in, it probably would have been fine, but then the preamp that you're using is whatever little multi-mixing board they have in the radio station. This saved the day, man, because I was like, okay, I can be in another country not having an amp in the room.
Yeah.
And I have the insurance policy of I know I'm going to sound the way I want to sound. Yeah. Having something like this that has a good EQ section, it has good character, good saturation, and it's not going to break. Like this is like, it looks like it was machined in like
It's amazing.
They're so good.
It's a great doorstop. It's great. You can do anything you want to do.
You could really hurt someone with this.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You have two of them too. You have stereo. You could do a stereo rig.
So
I will say one other thing for the radio thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've ever dealt with this. It's like they just didn't have enough power for bass. Like not just in the tone, just signal. Like as a console. And so like I just pulled it up and it worked.
Yes.
It was crazy. I was just like, I can't believe I'm allowed to do this. I just made it louder.
Yeah. This is a Swiss Army knife because it's like for that reason you can send as much beefy, delicious signal as you want.
Yeah.
You have the EQ. You have the ground lift. So it's like this is not sponsored.
It's not.
They're just good. So
I'll sponsor them. We played your Hollowbody. I love your Hollowbody, but I got mine. This is my favorite instrument I own. It's a Harmony from either the 60s. I think it's 61 or 60. It's one of my favorite instruments I own.
That's beautiful.
It's a gold foil pickup.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell me about it.
This thing has this quality to it that like it's so
all
crazy.
All of the parts.
Oh, you're gonna
like these knobs and like
they're just.
I love the aesthetic.
What is that? It's like it's just the biggest thing. I don't know. I love it. And it does this crazy thing. So it has this like switch and it makes me think of the Jack Cassidy. That's why I think I love it. It has this like low impedance or like high. I don't know what it is. It's I call it like the Beatle setting and then just woof. I really think the woofy side is more usable for certain things.
Those are technical terms, like woofy and Beatles.
Oh, woofy. If you look at if it's on the manual, whatever. Cool thing about it is like so this the Beatle thing that. But this is where what I like to use for it. It has this like.
I hear what you're talking about, though. Wow. That sounds beautiful.
Play it. You're going to love it. You're going to fall in love with that thing. It's got like it's kind of trashy a little bit. Yeah. I call it the balloon. It's got like a balloon thing. Like, and those are rounds.
It sounds like it's so compressed.
It is.
It's
got that big thing. Do you mind if I unplug, or not unplug, turn this off?
Yeah.
Did you hear what I'm saying now? Now play it.
This is woofy mode, and then
go back to Beatles mode. You feel it in your hands. It's really crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is informing how I will play.
Yeah.
I think I love the woofy mode.
I'm a woofy guy. This is how you get the tone. You have to warm it up. It's like when you pump a lawnmower. You gotta get it ready.
Gotta prime it.
Prime it. But like with nothing on it, it has like a lot of really cool like warm.
Ooh, dude, this is amazing.
It's the shiz,
I feel like this is a recording.
It's all I use.
It's
I use that in a P bass pretty much.
Oh, what else do you need, man?
This thing has like an airy like.
Do you think it's more the pickup, or do you think it's the body.
I think it's the pickup.
It's the gold foil thing.
Yeah, I think that gold foil does something, and I don't think it's what you think it is. It's the. I think it does a weird thing with the high end, like
that airiness.
The airiness.
It's like so much low end information, but then there's this airiness, but it's not harsh.
Yeah, now that's all the tone on, and you're gonna hear, but it's fine.
You know what I will say?
But
I think it pairs really nicely with the basement.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
So like, go back to that.
A nice sonic pairing, a period appropriate sonic
Yeah,
pairing.
I think so too.
I'm usually not a big bass chord guy, but that sounds amazing.
It's one of my
Absolutely gorgeous.
favorite instruments on this
I
earth.
can't believe you got it for $600. Man.
I know.
That's the kind of thing where it's like, if you see that and you go play it and it's not terrible, you just have to do it.
Yeah, this is the capo. I love the capo.
I want to know more about this pedal. I want to know if you want to know more about this pedal. If you want a video on the capo with Trygve, let us know in the comments.
It's cool.
Because I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. And I can't eat this.
Trygve, thanks for hanging out. This has been so much fun.
It's so much fun.
Oh, we should definitely do another one.
I would love to. Please let me.
So,
Unless you guys hate me.
check out Trygve. We'll just check him out. But also check out the links to Trygve's music and social media in the description, because you should support Trygve because he's
There's only 2 songs, but you can repeat them.
okay, let's go get tacos.
Love you. Bye.